Kristaps Porzingis' brother says it's not so certain that he's going to resign with the Knicks. And wait till the end of the video to see an interview with Kristaps.
It's a young samurai, I smoke a spliff in the cut, and I pass a line to my bro. No fuck with my flow. Couple bad bitches and a cup of that tro. So it's just THC.
BB and Jack Frost, what's up, party people? Hey, before the video even start, hit that like button, subscribe, and join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. All right, a special shout out to Ian Begley. I actually follow him on Twitter. If you're on Twitter and you're a Knicks fan, you're a sports fan in general, but if you're a Knicks fan, follow Ian Begley. He's usually on top of everything, especially New York related things. Anyway, recently Kristaps Porzingis' brother Giannis was interviewed, and these are just some of the things he had to say. He says the brother of New York's Knicks forward Kristaps Porzingis, Giannis Porzingis, suggested in an interview published by the Latvian news organization that Porzingis will not sign an extension with the Knicks solely because the Knicks offer him more money. Now check this out. See, this is the problem and the issue that I have, and this is the argument that I was giving to all the supposed Knicks fans last year. The supposed Knicks fans are basically all the guys that want to do stupid stuff, like send the Knicks to the freaking, how do you call that? The draft every year. All they ever talking about is trading people for draft picks. Y'all supposed Knicks fans, and you don't make no sense. It's, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, what are you doing? Those are the supposed Knicks fans. The people, the majority, not all, but the majority of the people that wanted to get rid of Melo, supposed Knicks fans, in my opinion, in my honest opinion. You could have a right to want to get rid of our best player, but understand how many years it's going to take to become good again. Years. So, the brother of New York Knicks forward Kristaps Porzingis, Giannis Porzingis, suggested in an interview published by a Latvian news organization that Porzingis will not sign an extension with the Knicks solely because the organization can offer him the most money. The most important question here is, what do you really want to achieve in your career? Giannis Porzingis said in an interview in the Latvian with Sports Center. I think that's a sports. I think that's supposed to be sports. I don't know. I guess that's how they spell it over there. According to a translator from EuropeNews.net, because money, if Kristaps performs at least on a normal level, is going to come. We are more focused on other values and not just quickly sign a new contract so we can collect money. That's definitely not our goal. So we won't be feverishly counting minutes or counting points. You can't escape the reality, and the Knicks must also see that. Obviously, they don't like the way the Knicks are ran. This is just a great interview, period. This is just a great piece, pardon me, that Ian Begley put together, period. The link is going to be in the description. But the part of the interview that I want to highlight, and obviously for my purposes of this particular video, is the part where Giannis Porzingis speaks about how terribly Carmelo Anthony was treated and how Kristaps and Giannis wished that Carmelo Anthony would have spoken out instead of just taking the high road, which is commendable, but if he would have just spoken out, you know, this situation wouldn't have occurred. So right here, Giannis Porzingis, who works as a representative for Kristaps under Andy Mindler, Porzingis' primary agent, declined comment when reached Thursday. He also shed light on Porzingis' decision to skip his exit meeting with ex-team president Phil Jackson and general manager Steve Mills at the end of last season. Porzingis skipped the meeting over frustration and drama surrounding the organization. There you go. You heard it from the brother of the horse. So that's basically from the horse's mouth. Okay, he's not only working as his agent, but that's family. And this is their business is Kristaps. They're about Kristaps' business. Alright? Alright. Just so we can be clear on that. Skipping the interview Wasn't an emotional decision, Janice Porzingis said. According to the translator from Europe, net, it wasn't a spontaneous action. We had been thinking about it for a long time, and it was considered an honest, well-thought decision we came up with together. It wasn't off of the cuff. It was a logical next step for us, without which we would have been in one situation, but now after we did it, we are in another. They did not want Phil Jackson there anymore. Period. You've heard it from the horse's mouth. You want to know what's the funniest thing? All of the people that was these die-hard Phil fans talking so much about how Phil was the greatest thing since sliced bread. I don't know how we got on wrong without him. All of these people, there were also the biggest KP fans. Oh man, we got to get rid of Melo. Phil know what he's doing. Phil don't want Melo there. Phil want KP there. KP. Phil. Melo hate. Right? KP did not want Phil there. I keep hearing KP wanted to run the triangle. Melo didn't want to run the triangle. No, that's not what happened. They asked KP a question about the triangle. He said something in support of the triangle because he's new and he's not in a position to talk down about the coach's game plan. He's 2 years in the league. 2 years in the league. And you want him to badmouth the coach. Like, this is what I mean. I don't get some of these guys. Some of y'all guys are just, you're just looking for any old thing. And y'all just piecing stuff together that don't make sense because you're deciding that rational thought isn't going to have anything to do with your decision-making process. Janice Porzingis also suggested that Carmelo Anthony could have done more as a leader to prevent some of the issues that were bothering Porzingis to change. Anthony took the high road amid direct and indirect criticism from Jackson and amid constant trade rumors. That's more proof. If Carmelo Anthony would have came out and said something about the organization or about Phil Jackson in his defense, not just throwing shots, but in his defense, he would have had the backing of Kristaps Porzingis. There he goes right there. Black and white for all of you. Black and white for all of you. If Carmelo Anthony comes out and he starts saying things, which he should have, in my opinion, and had all the right to do, in my opinion, because of the way that he was attacked unnecessarily, which is also an opinion of mine, Kristaps Porzingis and his camp had his back. They were pro-Melo. It's interesting how many people who are even somehow involved in all of this have criticized it afterwards as something so unprofessional. Just look at Melo. How he is handling things, Janice said, according to the EuroHoops.net translator. And I'm thinking, wait a minute. In reality, if he, for once, decided to fight for something, we wouldn't be in this situation. And Kristaps wouldn't be forced to take all the damage on by himself. It wasn't done for some personal interest or ambitions or dislike for someone. It was for the sake of overall peace. Now, I'm going to stop. I'm going to leave it at that. Y'all need to come and read this whole piece for yourself. I'm not going to read the whole piece for you. Read the piece for yourself. Link is in the description. It's a really, really good piece done by Ian Begley. But check this out. Right there. Melo speaks out. They have his back. Period. Everybody knows that Melo was attacked unnecessarily. Nobody is co-signing, at least the players on the team are not co-signing the BS that was being shoved down everybody's throats that these so-called fans was buying into. No one! They wanted Melo to speak out so they could have his back. Like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. That's all I got on this one. But I want to know what y'all guys think about this. Leave some comments down below. Especially the Melo haters. I want to know what y'all think about this. Y'all Melo haters, I want to know what y'all got to say about this. I want everybody to talk, but the Melo haters, what do y'all got to say? You heard it from the horse's mouth, basically. I'm out.
Like for you without Carmelo on the court?
It's obviously different, He was the main guy, and he was leader of the team. And It's much different. It's much different. It's you know, for me, I obviously wanted him to stay around and you know, to keep learning from him. But I'm happy for him that he, you know, took on a new challenge to go to OKC, and he's you know, I've been staying in contact with him, and he's saying that he's happy. You know, it's a different environment there, and so for him, I think it's a good step in his career.
You think ultimately, if things go well for this group, you guys have the potential to be a playoff team?
I believe so. I said it before the season started, and you know, now seeing that just by being hungry out there on the floor, you can win games. Then we just have to keep playing the same way, keep playing with the same intensity and same hunger, and you know, I believe we're a playoff team.
You have a new partnership with a nutrition bar called Zing Bar. Why did you choose to partner up with this company?
It was a great opportunity for me to get involved with that company, just because nutrition is so important to me, and it helps my performance. So Zing Bar was the perfect fit for me.
If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much, and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.